In enterprise security, if you're standing still, you're actually falling behind. It's just that simple. So the big question is, how does a platform stay ahead of the curve, not just for next year, but for the next decade? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the BluSKY innovation roadmap. We're going to see exactly how they're planning to build the future of security, one step at a time.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at what makes BluSKY tick, its core idea. Then, we'll walk through the 3 big phases of innovation: making the system smarter, then making it super intuitive, and finally, getting it connected to everything. And to wrap it all up, we'll see how this all leads to this big, unified vision for security's future. Let's dive in.
So right off the bat, the first thing you really got to get about BluSKY is that it's not some piece of software you just install and forget about. Nope, it's way more like a living thing, really. It was built from the ground up to grow, to adapt, and to evolve right along with all the crazy new threats and tech that pop up.
And yeah, this right here, this captures that whole idea perfectly. It's not just about being built for today. That's table stakes. The real magic is in being ready for tomorrow. The whole platform is engineered to kind of peek around the corner and see what's coming next, to anticipate what you're going to need. And that's why this roadmap isn't just some document. It's basically a promise that the innovation never stops.
So this whole journey is laid out in 3 main phases, and they're not random. Each one builds right on top of the one before it. We're going to see how they start by making the system's brain bigger, then focus on making it feel natural to use, and finally connect it to, pretty much everything. All right, let's jump into phase 1, the intelligent core. Look, the goal here was way more than just managing security. It was about creating an intelligent partner, something that actually helps the people running the show. This is basically where the system gets a massive brain upgrade.
So how do they pull this off? Well, first up is predictive threat modeling. This is all about using AI to see trouble coming before it hits, not just cleaning up after. Next, and I think this is brilliant, is contextual automation. The system can literally adjust security on the fly based on what's happening right now, say a huge crowd forms out of nowhere or a big storm warning comes in. And finally, Edge AI. This just means the really important decisions get made instantly, right there on the device with zero lag waiting for the cloud.
Okay, so you've made the system smarter. What's next? Well, you make it easier to talk to, right? That's what phase 2 is all about. It's about bridging that gap between our human gut feelings and the machine's raw intelligence. The whole point is to make security feel less like you're operating some complex machine and more like you're just having a conversation.
And this is where it gets really cool, Just imagine this. You're in a command center, and instead of frantically clicking through a dozen menus, you just say, "Lockdown Sector 4," or you make a simple gesture. Boom, done. Or what about a dashboard that just knows what you need to see based on your role and shows it to you automatically? That's the vision here. Incredibly powerful tech that feels completely effortless.
And this example, it perfectly shows the power of what they're calling the BluSKY Oracle. Forget about hunting through menus and building complicated reports. You just ask, "Show me yesterday's access exceptions," and bam, there's your answer. For usability, that is an absolute game changer. Okay, now we're looking a bit further out, to phase 3, the connected ecosystem. The whole idea here is simple. No security system is an island. This phase is all about smashing the walls between different technologies. It's about creating a future where every single piece of your security puzzle can actually talk to each other and work together. And the goals for this phase are frankly huge. Think about it. A universal data model? That means tech from totally different vendors can finally speak the same language. That's massive. Then you've got support for Apple and Google credentials, which basically means your phone becomes your universal key, but in a way that's way more seamless and secure. And they're even integrating sustainability metrics. That just shows you that the vision is for security to be a key player in the entire corporate strategy.
The company's CEO, Patrick Berry, sums up this whole philosophy perfectly. He says, "We don't ship products, we ship progress." And man, that one line just hits it, right? It perfectly captures this idea that the platform is never done. It's always getting better.
So what happens when you put all these pieces together? You've got the intelligence from phase 1, the natural human interaction from phase 2, and the massive connectivity from phase 3. You start to see the end game. This whole roadmap, it's all pointing to a future where security isn't about the box on the wall anymore. It's about the smart software that's running the whole show. What this does is it positions BluSKY to be like the central nervous system for a building's entire security and operations. We're talking about one single platform that's smart enough to manage everything, from AI video and thousands of IoT sensors all the way to autonomous drones. It's the thing that creates that perfect, seamless bridge between the physical world and the digital one. And that leaves us with one last kind of mind-bending thought. The question is, what if tomorrow's innovation was already online? I mean, this roadmap, it lays out an amazing future, for sure. But the real power of a cloud platform like this is that the future doesn't just show up one day in a big box. It arrives quietly, with every single update. It's already happening, continuously unfolding, one small step at a time.